Welcome to the Magic in Moscato podcast. I'm your host, Jess Lynn, a single mama from a small town in upstate New York. I'm a former hustler who was drowning in debt turned money mindset, manifestation, and business coach. I help burnt-out online entrepreneurs step into their full authentic purpose, take massive aligned action, and live their most abundant lives. You might be thinking, magic isn't real, and this girl is nuts. Well, my friend, you're 50% right. I'm totally wacky, but magic is 100% real. I've discovered my life's work and passion teaching the law of attraction, quantum physics, and spirituality through years of diving deep into the inner parts of my soul after hitting rock bottom and fighting my way to the top. I'm so excited to share some of this work with you too. So grab a glass and let's cheers to magic. Good morning. I am popping back in from my porch again this morning. It is actually really hot outside, but I only have a sports bra on under my sweatshirt. So if you guys see me sweating throughout the video, it's just because I'm just not walking my butt upstairs to change, apparently. All right, so I will give you guys a couple seconds to pop on. I have been having so much fun with this little live challenge that I've been doing for myself. So I actually mentioned it at the end of yesterday's video. I am committing to 375 days of going live. The only days that I won't be going live during the week are either Saturday or Sunday. So I'm going to give myself one day off. So it'll take me longer than 365 days to do it. But I will be going live either on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, which is at its.jes.lyn, at its.jesslyn, or my TikTok, which is the exact same handle. But of course, I'll also be popping in live to do the podcast recordings as well. I've been doing this little series on I am a money magnet and just going through some of the messages that I've received on either my Facebook or my Instagram from those of you that maybe are just curious about what I do. I am a money mindset and manifestation business coach. I originally started with network marketing in 2015. I still partner with that company today. However, in 2019, I segued into my own business, Next Level Magic, where I help other women create the businesses of their dreams, whether it is they're currently stuck in their business and just spinning their tires, or they've had this idea that they've just been sitting on for a while and have no idea where to start. And I help them build their businesses based on the foundations of manifestation and energetics. It's like building a house. You want to have a strong foundation, right? So with that, I've obviously been sharing some little fun money mindset tips. I geek out on it all of the time. I could literally talk about money mindset all day, every day. Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm actually going live on my phone, so Facebook doesn't always show me who's popping in. So go on ahead and say hi. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. But yeah, give me some hearts. Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you guys are catching the replay, just comment replay so I know that you guys were able to see this. Otherwise, I'm going to go on ahead and dive right in. So, already thirsty. All right. I had a woman message me when I started doing this I am a money magnet affirmation, and she was seeing all of these women respond with all of these wins that they were having, right? And a lot of them are women who are entrepreneurs in terms of having their own business, whether it's brick and mortar or running an online business, right? So, hi, Becca. I'm so excited to see you in a couple days. And I can see how if you are not an entrepreneur, you see people scaling a business, how this can be triggering or frustrating, right? Especially if you are maybe in a field that you love, but doesn't necessarily generate you an income that you desire, right? And so this woman happens to be a teacher, and she messaged me I'm a teacher. My salary will never be six figures, but I'd like to make more money. I just don't know doing what. So one of the main questions that I always ask any of my clients is, if you could do anything in the world and make a crap ton of money doing it, what would you do? And I don't want this answer to be an answer where people think that they can make money doing it, right? Because if we focus on doing what we think is going to make us money, it's not actually allowing us to step into our full authentic purpose. There are infinite ways to make money. Society wants us to think that abundance will run out. There is no cap on abundance. The abundance pool never dries up. It is a universal law. So while society wants us to think that if she has, then that means I have not. If I have, that means that he has not, right? We kind of view success as this give and take. Like, oh, if she's making $1 million, well, that's taking from the abundance pool. So there's no way that I could have that, right? We've also created these rules around occupations. Guys, when we were in high school, I literally had this skewed concept that like construction workers, and this is, I mean, like, I'm just telling you this from like my perspective then, not now, right? That like construction workers and plumbers were like losers. Like in my mind, the way that like I feel we were taught in school, and I'm not blaming any of my teachers, but like society gave us this like thought that like if you went into a trade and you didn't go to college, that like you were a loser and that you weren't going to make any money. Guys, I know more people now in the construction industry like that do plumbing that have a trade that make a crap ton of money. And I was like, yo, like I went to college and like have student loans and like literally make $0 doing what my degree is in. Thank God, because I have a degree in political science, by the way. Okay, so thank God I'm not doing politics. But I'm like, my entire concept in school was that if you didn't go to college and get a degree, that you weren't going to make a lot of money, right? Like society like puts that in our brain. And so now we have this kind of like lopsided, as adults, right? We then go to college, we get the job that we think we're supposed to get, and we think that we're gonna have this white picket fence life where we have all the money in the world doing our dream job, and then we get to the job and we have student loans, we're making like $13.40 an hour, right? Just so that we could have health insurance, and we're going and we're sitting in a gray cubicle every single day, right? Like, meanwhile, there's people out there that didn't go to college, don't have student loans, right? And they're out there like living their best life, making $250,000 plus a year, right? So my purpose with saying this is our concept of how we can make money and the ways that it's available to us is skewed because society has told us otherwise, right? So if you really drop in and instead of focusing on what you think is going to make you a lot of money or doing what you think you should do to be successful, ask yourself, what do I actually want to do, right? And when you do that, it allows you to step into your full authentic purpose. And guys, we will only ever be like the universe will allow us to be somewhat successful because God doesn't want us to suffer, right? Doing things that don't allow us to step into our purpose, okay? So we'll always just get by doing things that don't necessarily serve our highest good, right? So that's why a lot of people are like, they're doing this thing that they think is going to make them a lot of money, but they still have a lot of credit card debt. They're still struggling financially. They're still going to a job every single day that they hate, but they're like, well, it just allows me to get by. Yeah, because you're not doing what is truly on your heart. You're not doing what your soul's convicted purpose is, right? So you'll only ever just get by. Now, obviously, we live in a real world, okay? And so I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, decide what you want to do and quit your job that is allowing you to get by and then just go chase your dreams. No, like, we have to be grateful for what we are given right now. So we have to also look at our current circumstances right now as a stepping stone. Okay, now some people might want to stay in their professions because they love their professions and they simply want to make more money, which I will touch on here eventually because that is the woman who sent me this question. That's like her situation, right? But we have to be grateful for the stepping stones that we have in our lives right now. When I was in the corporate world, I could have used that as an excuse. I could have been like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted at the end of every single day. I'm so burnt out. I'm working 40 hours Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I'm working, another 20 plus hours, and it's, 70 to 90 hour weeks, and I am exhausted, right? I use that as my leverage. I said, what do I want to do? I knew that I wanted to run an online business. I knew that I wanted to inspire men and women all over the world, sharing my story and giving them hope and allowing them to step into their purpose because they were able to see me doing it for myself. I wanted to be that social proof for people. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in the first year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It literally took me every single day of showing up, even when I didn't think it was going to happen, to get to where I am now. That is faith. Having unwavering, unshakable faith. Showing up every single day, even when you don't see the fruits of your labor unfolding, okay? And so if this is you and there's something that you desire to do and you love to do it, and at the core of who you are, that is what you want to do, you have to make the time to do it. And I'm not saying that you quit your job that's allowing you to have an income. I'm saying use that as your leverage. Be grateful for the stepping stones that you have right now. Be grateful for the job that allows you to pay your bills and get by. But instead of focusing all of your energy on that all the time, set some boundaries and then start dropping pebbles in the dream life that you're creating over here. So many people go to these jobs that they hate, don't take sick days, don't take vacation times. You are building someone else's dream. You are literally sacrificing your dream life on someone else's dime. And I have news for you guys. We also don't have to sacrifice time for money. That is also a belief system that somewhere along the way we've created as like a collective, and it's not ultimately true. We do not have to sacrifice time for money. That does not mean that in the beginning stages of you creating your dream, that you aren't going to have to work a little bit more to get there, but eventually 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road, you're going to learn how to have money work for you. Okay? So if you could do, first thing that I always ask is, if you could do anything in the world and make a crap ton of money doing it, what would it be? And focus on what it is that you want to do, not the money that you think it's going to bring to you. Guys, there are people that make millions of dollars having tea time on Zoom. Okay? There are literally people with social media followings that make millions of dollars having tea on Zoom. Okay, so if you love to make bird feeders and sit on your porch and watch birds, and that's what you love to do, start a social media account, start a TikTok account, whatever it is, take the first step, and you might not see your millions of dollars flowing in the first year, in the first 5 years. But if you show up consistently, eventually that momentum is going to pick up. Okay, so decide what brings you joy and start doing more of that. There are infinite ways to make money, okay? So I just touched on that. There are infinite ways to make money. There are people that literally sell tea, okay? The amount of weird, strange men that I get on my DMs on Instagram asking for feet pictures. No, I have never sent foot pictures. I've never gotten paid for my feet. I'm not bashing what anyone does. I'm here for all of it. Whatever anyone wants to do, I'm here for it. I have definitely had a few people come to me asking me if I could help them set up an OnlyFans account. Not my area of expertise, but I'm also not knocking it, right? However you want to bring abundance in is how you want to bring abundance in. Okay, it's 2021. We also have to get comfortable with the fact that times are changing and that it's okay. It is okay. There are so many ways to make money. Stop worrying about how people are going to judge you, whether you have an OnlyFans account or whether you're a wellness coach on social media. Guys, people that do network marketing get more shit, I swear to God, and obviously I have my own business, but there are people that are in network marketing that get more shit, I swear, than people that have an OnlyFans account. Okay? People are going to judge you no matter what you do. So if you are not stepping into your full authentic purpose because you're afraid of what people are going to think, guess what? They are going to judge you no matter what. Your people aren't going to judge you because your people need you. But we're never going to please everyone. By trying to please everyone, we will please no one. There are infinite ways to make money. We have access to so many resources. It is unreal. You don't even need to pay a mentor. Like, well, yes, I am a mentor and I make money helping women understand manifestation and energetics and create the business of their dreams. Yes, guys, you can find most of these answers on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. There are so many free resources readily available to us. The things that I have Googled in my day, I'm honestly like, the FBI could be watching what I'm Googling and be like, why is she Googling that? Like, there is an answer out there for everything, anything and everything. If you want to do something and you think it is too obscure, too weird, too abnormal, Google it. Guarantee someone's already doing it. And guarantee someone's already done it and has given answers on some platform somewhere on how to do it as well. Okay? There is no reason in 2021, with all of the resources that we have readily available to us for free from all over the world, that there are so many men and women that aren't living out their dream lives, that aren't plugging shit into Google every single day and trying to figure out how to do it. If you don't have the money to invest in a mentor and help you figure it out, guess what? Google. And that is just some tough love, but I guarantee you there's someone out there who has done that weird thing already that you desire to do. And I'm not saying that the market is saturated, because guys, there are like hundreds of thousands of manifestation coaches and hundreds of thousands of wellness coaches. And sure, you can choose to believe that the market is saturated, or, oh, they're already doing that, so my idea is stupid. No. Yeah, there's hundreds of thousands of people doing that thing, but nobody does it like you can do it. I tell people all the time, some people can think this is cocky. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of other coaches out there in the manifestation and money mindset industry, but ain't nobody do it like Jess Lynn does it. And I believe that. And so I don't even focus on the fact that there's other coaches in the world doing what I do, because they don't do it the way that I do it. Nobody can. Just like no one is going to be able to do it the way that you do it. Okay? Third thing is you need to focus on the joy. Okay? So kind of going back to my first point. If you focus on doing the things that are going to bring you money, chances are it's not the thing that's actually going to bring you joy. And there are a lot of times where people say, well, I don't actually know what brings me joy. Okay, what activities do you like to do? Do you like to shop? Do you like to travel? Do you like to horseback ride? Do you like to go for walks? Do you like to craft? Do you like to take pictures? Do you like to play music? If there are things that you have put on the back burner because you have been sacrificing time for money, start setting better boundaries and start bringing in more of what brings you joy in your life. There are people that have literally met their soulmates, like they've lived 2 houses down, and then all of a sudden someone decides, I'm going to start running, and then runs into the band of their dreams that's been living 2 doors down from them their entire life. Abundance. Love is abundance. Let's say you love horseback riding. Maybe you start horseback riding, you start taking lessons, and then all of a sudden you meet this person who introduces you to that person, who then all of a sudden is like, oh my God, I have this multi-million-dollar opportunity and I want you to be a part of it. Nothing ever has to be logical. It gets to be magical. And when you stop making sacrifices that force you to constrict, guys, constriction does not allow for the flow of abundance to come into your life. And when you set better boundaries so that you can actually open up that time and space to do more of what brings you joy, God will bring you more joy, more abundance, more love, more success, more opportunities. So instead of focusing on what is going to bring you money right now or 5 years from now, just focus on doing more of what brings you joy. I promise you, it sounds ridiculous, but it is going to change your life. It is going to change your life. Life is too short to not spend time doing things that fully fill you up. I have a rule in my business. I only do things in my business that Jess Lynn can do, and I only do things in my business that feel expansive and fun to me. If it does not feel good to me, I delegate it out or I delete it. I had a team of like 4 or 5 people between like 2 VAs, a graphic designer, someone who did my taxes, and a social media strategist, and all of these things. I literally condensed all of that down to one other person on my team. And I have scaled my business faster and easier doing it that way. Why? Because I let go of all of the pretty things that I thought I should be doing as an entrepreneur, and I just started doing more of what brings me joy in my everyday life. Traveling, going shopping, spending time with my daughter. taking her shopping, watching her put glow sticks on her neck from the 4th of July that she refuses to take off, and it's now almost like, 2 weeks after the 4th? I'm like, okay, kid, the glow sticks aren't glowing anymore. But you know what? She believes they're glowing. So if she believes they're glowing, I'm gonna let her rock with it. Let her do whatever she wants. I let her live into her whole free spiritness, because it's a whole vibe. Right? Focus on what brings you joy. Okay, and the 4th thing that I'm gonna leave you with is a little bit of a story. Okay? Let me take a sip of this because I'm sweating. Oh, sorry. I will scroll through the comments in a second. I have my phone propped up. You know, I have all these, also, here's another thing. I have all these fancy tools. I literally have my phone propped up in the window right now. So it's like literally sitting on the windowsill. So if I touch it, it's going to like plop over. Okay. I'm going to share a story with you. Okay. And I'll try to like not get too into like the dynamic of it, but my stepsister is a teacher. And about 2 months ago, she sent me a message on Instagram. Now, family dynamics are fun, okay? And so we had a little bit of family tension going on, all right? And my sister and I hadn't really talked in a few months. And it wasn't like we were angry at each other. It was just like, family stuff, situational stuff, you know? And so she sent me a message and she said, I know that we haven't talked a ton lately, but I have to tell you that I've been watching your stories. And she goes, and there was this position that came up in my school that I really wanted to apply for. But I was afraid to apply for it because I thought, what are my other teacher friends going to think? What are the other people that have been there longer than me going to think? Right? And so she goes, I've been watching your stories, and there was a big part of me that wasn't going to apply for this position. But I see you showing up every single day and talking about doing what sets your soul on fire, showing up regardless of what people think of you, and doing things for you and not other people. Guys, this is your life. This is not your coworker's life. This is not your friend's life. This is not your husband's life. This is not anyone else's life but your own, okay? And of course, we care about what the important people think, okay? So of course, we want to honor our friends and our family, our husbands, our spouses. We want to honor their feelings too, right? But you understand what I'm saying. You get one of this life, okay? One. This is your life. It is not your coworker's life. It is not Susie from high school, graduating class of 2019's life, who's rolling her eyes at you on her Instagram story. This is you on your Instagram story. This is your life. Yours. You do things in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire and nothing else. If people want to talk, let them talk. Because guess what? They are taking up space in a place that you don't live anymore. So whatever stories they're creating about your life, let them believe those stories. They are taking up space in a place that you no longer live. So who mother freaking cares? This is your life. Let them talk. So if they're gonna talk and get all pissy about the fact that you got that promotion, but so-and-so's been there for 10 years, let them talk. It's your life. That position was meant for you. So she said to me, I almost didn't apply, but I applied and I got the position. She got the position that people 20 years her senior applied for. She got the position. Why? Because that was her position. It was meant for her the entire time. Stop playing by other people's rules, by other people's stories that you think they have going on in their mind. What other people think of you is none of your business. So she is a teacher and she is making vertical leaps. I also know a ton of teachers who also make a really good amount of money. There is no reason why just because you're a teacher or whatever, like because everyone else in your field makes that, only you can make that. No, that's them, not you. If they want to believe that that's how much money they can make and that they're limited to making that much amount of money, let them stay limited. You do your work over here. You work on raising your money mindset, expanding your threshold, and knowing that you're worthy of money flowing effortlessly to you because you're worthy of having it all, just simply because you're worthy. Do that work and opportunities are going to unfold for you to get a raise, make a vertical move in your career. Someone to pay you to go back to college, to get the PhD or whatever it is so that you can get another position making more money. And also, who knows, right now, you might love what you do, but in 5 years from now, maybe when you start leaning back into those hobbies, right? Maybe you start setting those better boundaries and you start doing more of what brings you joy. 5 years from now, you might actually say, you know what, I don't actually love this job at all, and I want to do that. And that next thing is what brings you a crap ton of money. We don't always know step number 10, but we always know step number 1. Start with step number 1. Okay? So, and the whole purpose to wrap up my sister's story before I call it a day and press play on my workout is people are watching. Okay, even if you think that maybe people are upset with you, right? Now, she's my sister, so I know that even when, maybe we didn't talk for a little while, not because we were angry at each other, but just because life and mom life and craziness, right? But like, people are watching. And regardless of what you think they're watching you for, continue to show up anyways, because your message needs to be heard, because it's allowing other people to step into their purpose and live a life of their dreams. By you showing up, regardless of what anyone else thinks, in your imperfect way, gives other people permission to do the same. And that's the goal. There is more abundance in this world for everyone. And the more that we celebrate and support one another in the pursuit of doing that, the more we get money in the hands of good people that are going to do a lot of good things with it. That's the goal. The abundance pool will never, ever, ever dry up. So, I love you guys. I'm sweating, as you can tell. If you guys are wondering why I'm sweating, go on ahead and just catch the first part of this video. But that's what I have for you guys today. I will also download this and add this to my podcast. So when I do, I will update you guys on that. I'll go through and just see if there's any comments that I was missing. All right. Hi, Laura. Hi, Becca. Hi, Amber. Hi, Tara. Hi, Doreen. Oh, sister perfectly said amen. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the fire. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Danielle. Danielle, I'm just wrapping, but go on ahead. I will be ending this in about 1 second, and you can catch the replay. I will be downloading this and uploading it to my podcast for you guys as well. I'll update you when I do that. But also make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at its.jes.lyn and TikTok, because I could also be popping in live on those platforms too. So you never know what platform I'm going to be popping in on. So have fun with that. It's going to be like Where's Waldo, only like Where's Jess? One of my clients / incredible friends who just recently moved here, and I have to go visit her, by the way, gave me that idea. She's like, it's gonna be like Where's Jess? And I'm like, hell yeah, it is. So, all right, love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Go slay. Bye.